Hello everyone, it is Darkseeker here, bringing you a constructed video this time, a bit of a break from Arena, and I'm bringing you Orange's Midrange Hunter deck using TGT cards. Now, this deck is pretty interesting. It runs Bear Trap, which is a TGT card. It runs King's Elekk, which is also a TGT card. And there's a lot of the other standard Hunter cards in here, as you can see. But there's no Knife Juggler. And there's only one Unleash the Hounds, so really interesting. There's a Strangleform Tiger too, really good card. It's stealth, so it can't be targeted by spells, and it survives Flame Strike. So pretty much a standard mid-range hunter, but with a few tweaks. And what fascinates me about this deck is the lack of a Knife Juggler and one Unleash the Hounds. That really fascinates me, and I wanted to try this deck out at the start of the season just to see how it performed. So, just bringing you here, a couple of games from the ladder, and we're going up against a hunter to begin with. Now, when you're going up against a hunter, you sort of think, well, is it mid-range? Is it face? What am I facing? That's the question going through your mind. And a Clockwork Gnome, well, that's interesting. The first thing that comes to mind is a lock and load hunter, using the spare parts from the Clockwork Gnome to activate or to be used during lock and load. So we'll see how this pans out. I don't play that much on the ladder. I'm mostly an arena player, so from time to time I do play ladder games. I do play on the ladder, I should say, sorry, and Hunter is my favourite class. So I'm always willing to give a new kind of Hunter deck a try. Okay, I'm not sure what this player is doing, but he seems incredibly aggressive. Wasting that spell on my face there seemed, I don't know, very aggressive, hyper-aggressive. It's trying to burst me down as quickly as possible. Okay, so Unleash the Hounds here. I can clear the board, which I think is really important. I'll leave one hound alive, and I'm going to get maximum value from the spiders. I've got Hunter's Mark to kill anything big, and I've got a weapon too. So let's see what he plays. I'm trying to figure out if there's a theme to this deck. Is it a lock and load hunter? Oh, Murloc. So charging Murloc. What kind of hunter is this then? Coining a hero power. He really wants to do damage to my face. He's trying to kill me as quickly as possible. This is a really aggressive hunter. Huh. But there doesn't seem to be a rhyme or rhythm to his deck or reason to what he's did. I'm going to presume he's just playing random cards. Okay, so if he wants to damage me and hit me in the face with his charging minions, well, I'm going to return the favour and I'm going to do some damage back. So I have a feeling he's going to try and race me down here. So if he's playing aggressive cards. So yeah, it looks like a hyper-aggressive face hunter with Murlocs that charge, and now Wolf Rider that charges. So yeah, he's being aggressive. I'm at 18, and 18 isn't a lot of health when you're going up against a hunter. So here I've got to make a decision. Do I go with the tiger? Or do I silence his minion and trade in one of my minions? If I do that, if I play the owl here, I can't play the tiger. I have Hunter's Mark, but by using the armor plating, he's made this a really awkward trade for me. So yeah, sure, I'm gonna use the owl. Maybe it's a mistake. Am I playing into Unleash the Hounds here? Should I have played on curve and played the tiger and traded in two of my minions? It's difficult to say. Well, if he plays something big, as I say, I've got the Hunter's Mark, which is really good. And that tiger is still sitting in my hand. Oh wow, no, okay, so a bow, right. Leper Gnome, okay, so it's like a face hunter. Yeah, go face. Yeah, that's what you do. That's what face hunters do. They go face. So this is a face hunter that's teched in charging murlocs and a clockwork gnome. Okay. So lock and load must be in the steps somewhere then. Why else would he play a clockwork gnome? How else does a hunter get mech synergy? I don't get it. Okay, so here, again, we're being mana inefficient to an extent. In that we played the tiger, but we're floating 1 mana, but that's fine, you know, it's absolutely fine. If we'd played the kill command and the bear trap, we also would have floated 1 mana, but okay. So he respects the scientist, that's really good. Oh wow, KC to my face, I'm nearly dead. Wow, this face hunter has nearly killed me. The face hunter that plays murlocs, I'll never get over that. Okay, I can save myself here. Oh, I have lethal. Oh yeah, there we go. And if there was any doubt, well, I still have the Houndmaster. That should have worked out. Okay, so far, this deck's okay. Now, I had played a couple of games with this deck prior to recording this, and that's why the win streak was active. So this deck, Orange's Hunter deck, so all credit to Orange, obviously. You know, it's got me on a win streak, so if a deck can do that, I'm really happy playing it.
Rexar versus Uther.
Right, so it's a paladin, a rank 16 paladin.
Let the hunt begin.
Now the question is, what kind of paladin is this? I'm going to dump the entire hand. I want mad scientists. I want animal companions, I want King's Elks, I want things I can play on turn 2 and then curve into turn 3. Now I've got turn 2 Elk into Elekk? Elk? How do you say it? Elekk. Yeah, I've got a turn 2 King's Elekk into a turn 3 bow. Okay, freezing trap, do you know what? Okay, it's not coming out of a mad scientist, but it's okay, because if you play something big, you can return it to his hand, it's okay. Right, so here we go.
Job's done.
Huh, a high main, and I draw it. Okay, and I've got information about my opponent. He runs a Murloc Knight. So this looks like a mid-range paladin here. This is going to be a very interesting game. Testing out this deck against a mid-range paladin. Okay, so coin, something big. Follow the rules. Great. That minion I don't want returned to the hand. I don't want that played again. So I'm going to bow it down. The only problem here is my King's Elekk is at 1 attack. Not good at all here to contest, you know, something big that he plays. It can contest a Silverhand Recruit. Okay, so I can. Okay, it's a Silverhand Recruit Slayer. That's pretty good. Okay, it'll get some value here. You see, I've got Freezing Trap, I've got Quick Shot, and I've got Kill Command, and I can't play any of those cards, and I've got 2 high mains in my hand, and it's not turn 6. So I was forced to hero power there. I was hoping I could have played another minion to go with the scientist, but obviously not. So I'm not in a bad position, but if he has consecration, maybe it's not great. So just praying for no consecration here. He can clear my board with his 2 minions and his sword, and I'd rather he did that. Is that a sword or a hammer? I think it's a hammer. Yeah, it is a hammer. Okay, so piloted shredder. Right, now he's going to clear the board, yeah? Sure. No, he's gonna avoid killing the scientist. That's really good for me. That is so good for me. Now, this is how you get value on a hunter. Now, if he's smart, he will not attack with the Shredder. He'll play 2 other things on the board and not attack with the Shredder because, well, okay, that's interesting. So he's going to go face, but he's testing. No, he's trading. He's testing for Snake Trap, or he just wants to clear it. No, he wants to clear it. Now, he attacked with a Shredder there. He could have, I don't know, he could have played something else, held the Shredder on the board. You know, what are the chances that I'd be able to clear the other 2 minions in order for the Shredder to proc the freezing trap? Interesting. He should have held it. He should have held it. But now I got value, and I got the bow charge, and now I just clear the owl. And now it's a high main against a Silverhand recruit. It's like being in the jungle, being stalked by a lion. You know, you run for your life, and that Silverhand recruit's going to get gobbled up. But of course, he's not going to attack the 1/1. He's going to go face, obviously. The high main rule, I think introduced by Amaz. If the high main goes face in a game once, on its first turn of being on the board, I should say, sorry, you win the game. That's the high main rule. You play a high main, the following turn you go face, you win. And actually, I think I can manage it here. I can KC the Belcher and then trade in with the bow. But is that worth it? Should I just trade in with the high main and save the KC? No. A 5 damage spell for 3 mana is really good value. Let's see what we get. Huh, I win. Great. I can play that next turn if I wanted. Fantastic. Okay, so tremendous value here. Play the Scientist. We're actually going to use the bow charge, and there's the high main win. Go face with the high main, you win the game. So here's the guarantee now. I win this game because I went face with the high main on the turn after I played it. Yeah, that's the high main rule. So I win. And if he can deal with the first high main, there's a second high main. Okay, Dr. Boom. If there ever was a card that contests a high main, it is Dr. Boom. But let's count the damage. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17. If I can play Quick Shot and the bow and the hero power, I win. Yep, there it is. Boom. 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 Let's make him think I don't have it. No, I've got it. There it is. Quick Shot to the face. Win. So, Quick Shot, really good card. It's not a card that I used to play in my Midrange Hunter. I used to play a sort of slower Midrange Hunter to run Quick Shots. But yeah, so far so good with this deck. We're still on the win streak and we're up to rank 16. So with this deck, you know, it's really good. It's really good. I've not lost a match yet with this deck on ladder, so. And keep in mind, I did play some games before recording these ones, so hence the win streak that I started off with. Okay, so we're going up against a mage.
You asked for it.
Oh wow, look at that. Double Scientist. Okay, we'll ditch the Unleash. Hunter's Mark, okay. So, this is our third game that we're showcasing in this video. It'd be impressive if we can get another win with this. So that'll be 3 in a row here.
I'll show them. I'll show them.
Alright, so is this Tempo Mage? Is it Freeze Mage? What are we looking at? Is it Giants Mage? Echo Mage, in other words? Ooh. Right, he's going to ignore my Scientist. Interesting. But he doesn't have a play. And that makes me think it could be Freeze Mage. Interesting. Okay, do I want to trigger... How do I want to do this? I need to kill his Scientist. Or do I? Can I ignore his Scientist? No, I can't. So let's see what comes out. Is it Mirror
I'll
Entity?
show them. I'll show them.
No, it's not Mirror Entity. So is it Freeze Mage then, playing Ice Barrier or Ice Block? Yeah, Freeze Mage plays Arcane Intellect. This looks like a Freeze Mage to me. Interesting. Okay. So if it's Freeze Mage, I need to be super aggressive here. I need to burst him down quickly. The longer this game goes, the worse off I will be. Because then he starts drawing into those board clears, he draws into Alexstrasza, he draws into all the burn spells, and then I die. And there's the Doomsayer. Wow. Interesting. So, how do I deal with it? I can double trade and quick shot, or I can Hunter's Mark. And here's where running one Hunter's Mark really comes into value, into use. If it's a Freeze Mage, what else am I going to Hunter's Mark? Apart from Antonidas. So there we go. It's not duplicate, so we didn't get two of them. I'm going to play a Tempo Houndmaster. I think a lot of players would be in shock over that move. Oh, you know, you only play the Houndmaster when you get value. But no, I think a Tempo Houndmaster is just fine. So Cone of Cold. And I'm going to commit the Highmane. Even if he has a board clear here of some kind, which I don't think he can have, unless he's got Blizzard, but he can't kill the Highmane with Blizzard. So I'm safe, and there's Ragnaros. Okay, that's not good for me because all of those cards have been made cheap. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to taunt up the Highmane. This is one of the strongest plays you can make. There's 8 attack on that Highmane now and 7 health. It survives a Flame Strike. He'd need to fireball it and ping it. That's a big waste of his burn spells. It survives AoE in general, so that's super strong. My traps are kind of useless here because he's not going to play minions that, many minions that, that can then be returned back. The chances are I'm going to trade into those minions anyway. So here, he has to find a way to survive because I'm threatening lethal. I'm presuming that is Ice Block. So I have like a 2-turn lethal here. He needs to clear my board.
What to do?
That Highmane, he needs a polymorph. And Freeze Mages don't really run polymorph now, do they? This Freeze Mage runs Faceless Manipulator. Oh, wow. Oh, do you know what? That's something. Okay, so I could Freezing Trap. Well, I've actually got a Freezing Trap on board here. So do I kill that Highmane or do I just pass? I think he's smart. He'll know one of the traps is freezing, and he knows he's relatively safe whilst that taunt is up. So I need to get rid of the taunt. Absolutely have to get rid of it. Okay, so we'll spawn the hyenas. We'll unleash the hounds here, I think. I think that's... oh no, we'll shredder. And hero power. Yeah, the hero power is important because it does 2 damage to him. Unfortunately, I timed that poorly. I should have attacked... Should I have attacked first? No, it was okay because it was Ice Barrier first. Yeah, I was thinking about how to proc the Ice Block, but no, he had Ice Barrier, yeah, first. So that was actually okay, I guess.
I'll show them.
So he needs to find a way to work to get through the Highmane. It has 7 health. A fireball would help him out here, but even then, I've got Unleash the Hounds, I've got my hero power, I've got ways of doing damage to him, and I'm at 26 health, which puts me in a super good position. Okay, so Freezing Trap, that's fine. Okay, so he's gonna attack here, or is he? Does he have a spell?
Time runs out on me.
Right, he's attacking. Spell? Ah, fireball. Wait, did he? He could have just pinged. He could have fireballed and pinged, surely. Because it had 7 health. Oh no, he wanted to cast Frost Nova. Alright, fair enough. Okay, so Freezing Trap. And I guess the hero power here. This is where I've got to be careful. This is where this game is going on now for a bit, and the Freeze Mage can draw into those AoE spells that kill your board off. So things like Flame Strike, you know, if he runs double Flame Strike, that could be seriously damaging for me here. Because there comes a point as a hunter where you just run out of gas, you run out of minions, things you can play, things you can do, and the Freeze Mage just starts to develop stuff on the board, build up the burn in his hand, and it can just become really out of control.
I'll show them.
Yeah.
I'll show them all.
What's he got? Frost Nova Doomsayer would wreck me here, if he had it. Although the Shredders and the Haunted Creeper would survive. So he's fishing for cards. He's building a board up now with the primary purpose of activating secrets and fishing for cards. That's what he's doing. Now I can proc the ice block here. Now you see, oh, gosh, do you know what? This is a mistake. I should have killed the mad scientist first. Yeah, I should have killed the mad scientist first. Because now if I kill the scientist, he's probably going to get another ice block. So I think I messed up. The ordering from me was wrong. Alright. I still think I'm okay though. But yeah, the ordering was wrong. Yeah.
Quickly.
So here I'm pondering, do I pass the turn or do I attack it? I'm going to attack it. Yeah, there it is. There's probably the other ice block that he drew from his deck. What I should have done was kill the scientist and then procced the ice block, so he doesn't draw into the other one from his deck. So yeah, bad plays there from me. Mistakes were made. Could this cost me the game? Well, what can he do in one turn to kill me? And even if he clears my board, I've got the hero power. He needed an antique heal bot, but that costs 5 mana. So if you play the heal bot, you can't flame strike. And even if you flame strike, I've got shredders on board. I've got haunted creepers. So playing sticky minions against Freeze Mage is super, super good.
I wonder.
You require.
Alright, there he is, Archmage Antonidas. And there's the Frost Nova. So he's building up fireballs. Once again, the longer the game goes, the easier it is for the mage, because they build up spells in their hands, burn spells, and then they kill you, doing ridiculous amounts of damage in one turn. So I need to end this game quickly. So we've procced the second ice block. He has to kill me this turn, or clear my board, and heal. Can he do it?
I bring life.
There's Alexstrasza, but is it enough? See, usually the Freeze Mage uses Alexstrasza on the opponent and then bursts them down. He was forced to use it on his own face. So I'm facing down 2 legendaries there on the board, 2 quite dangerous legendaries. And it's in moments like this that the game can slip out of your control. But let's count the damage. Do I have enough? Well, I think I do, because I've got Unleash the Hounds, and I've got an Animal Companion. So 13 based on the hero power and the onboard damage, and then Unleash. That wins me the game. Yep. And that's it. I could just play Animal Companion, Unleash hero power, but let's just Unleash the Hounds. There's no need to play Companion here. I don't want to make him feel any worse than he already feels. So there we go. That's a win streak. 3 games in a row. Fantastic. Okay, so this hunter deck from Orange really, really solid deck. We're going to take another quick look at the deck here. Just to add to this, I played some other games after this video, and I managed to get to rank 12 with this deck, winning the absolute majority of my games. So, you know, going from rank 19 or 20, whatever it was, up to rank 12, winning most of your games, getting lots of win streaks as you go, super impressive. In these games, I faced some interesting classes: mid-range paladin, a weird face hunter, a freeze mage, and it was able to beat all of those decks. And what I was concerned about was the absence of a knife juggler, and yet in these games I didn't seem to notice it. It didn't really seem to matter. And in the games I played after this, the majority of which I won with win streaks, again, I didn't notice the lack of the juggler unleash combo. So definitely worth giving this deck a try. You know, if you're looking for a mid-range hunter deck to try, this is one that is definitely worthwhile. Bear Trap does fascinate me a little. I'd like to see if I can get more value out of Bear Trap. It isn't something that featured prominently in the games that we played. Stranglethorn Tiger as well, I'd like to see more value out of that, perhaps comboed with the Houndmaster. But all in all, a super, super solid deck. Do give it a try. But once again, ladies and gents, thanks very much for joining me. It is always appreciated. And I will see you all again very, very soon. Do check out my YouTube channel to watch other constructed videos, but there's a lot of arena content on there, particularly 12 win runs that I am incredibly proud of. So yeah, do check it out, and I'll see you all again soon.